do you say, Elgin or Elgin?
Depends what mood I'm in.
Okay, so for Elgin, altitude is a key factor on this very unique terroir in South Africa, that when you drive through it, you always feel like you are in the mist. And you know, after the movie Gorilla in the Mist, you got winemakers in the mist living there permanently. So you can approach them, talk to them, and one of them is Joris, who's managing the estate of Almenkerk. And with such a cool climate, I know on Almenkerk they've been pushing the limit of winemaking, planting Cabernet Sauvignon in a very cool climate like that. But somehow the altitude of Almenkerk and its very different slopes allows him to get a Chardonnay which can be considered as world class, and I can see the number of stickers on it. I'm not the only one to consider that. Chardonnay 2019, and you will see, we talk about 2019, so a wine that's 3 years old, but it's still at the beginning of its evolution. It's still so restrained. What do you think of that wine, Kathy?
So it's definitely showing some bottle age, but the colour is still nice and youthful, just beginning to form that deeper smudge or gathering in the middle. The nose is beautifully intense, and for me personally, it's lime fruit. It's the green citrus fruits, and so small limes and intense little limes, and these limes are coming through also on the palate. I'm also getting a little bit of a smoky top note from the oak.
Yes.
And that smokiness also persists onto the palate to a degree. It kind of lifts the end of the wine. And there's a nudge of tannin, nudge of oak tannin also for me in the finish. I find it incredibly fresh.
It is fresh, huh?
Beautifully fresh, but it's not biting. It's not a searing acidity. It's not battery acid. It's not taking off the back of your throat as you swallow it. It's just a natural, beautiful, fresh acidity that is perfectly complemented by this lovely lime juicy character that you get through.
And if I may say, on your juicy interpretation of the lime, I would, because lime can be such a green, bitter, astringent, zesty flavor. What I felt here is you take a lime fruit and you just rub it in your hand and warm it up slightly, and it's just this oil that we feel that doesn't have, it's not aggressive, but it's clearly limey.
The other thing that I should point out about lime as well is that there's a big difference between Rose's lime cordial and the lime that you get in this. So the Rose's lime cordial is something that you would find sometimes on lesser Chardonnays because it's slightly confected.
Yes, it is very confected.
Well, you have to dilute it, so it is. But this, as you say, is that real pure lime, and for me it's lime without the pith because there's no bitterness that's coming
Yes.
through it. So it's more the lime essence, or and as you say, when you warm it gently,
that's
rather
the
than
oil of the
squishing
zest.
it, it's the oil of the zest,
Yeah.
and it's the pure lime fruit that you get, which also, though, interesting, if you've ever had just pure lime juice as freshly squeezed lime juice, it's also got this strange chalkiness, a slight, subtle chalkiness to the texture of the lime juice, which I think is really beautiful. It's not showing here, though. This is just pure, elegant, and very refreshing.
But it starts to evolve, like you say. Also, it's still extremely young. I got this, we call that bear garlic, this wild garlic, flower, like these leaves you rub in your hand. And I think we both noticed as well a touch of salinity, a touch of salt into that one, that extending the length of it and really playing with the freshness of the wine. We are at almost 7 grams acidity. We are wine of origin Elgin or Elgin, high altitude, 400 meters average. And I would wonder how intense this wine will get with evolution, because it starts to be a touch perfumey on the nose, so it shows a good lineage to evolve well.
I think it will hold really well in the glass and evolve to be really, really beautiful. It's smart wine. It's smart winemaking, and it's clever grape growing. So
And remember, when I say wait for the wine, nobody's waiting anymore. Very few of us are waiting. But the point is, when you got a wine, we say it's tight like that, just take a decanter, a carafe, even for a white wine. Aerate it, keep it cold, leave it 1 or 2 hours, and you see how the wine can deliver much more pleasure. It's not making it age faster, but give it the proper chance when it might be a bit austere when we open the bottle.
good idea. I'll drink to that.
Let's drink to that.